Hello everyone and welcome to this lecture on the Quality System Inspection Technique, or QSIT in Artificial Intelligence, AI. Today, we'll delve into a cornerstone of regulatory compliance for medical device manufacturers. As the healthcare landscape becomes more complex, the methods used to ensure product quality and patient safety must evolve. QSIT is the U.S. Food and Drug Administration's FDA primary tool for this task, offering a structured, risk-based approach to assessing quality systems. We'll explore its origins, its core components, and how it serves as more than just a regulatory checklist. It's a framework for continuous improvement. By understanding QSIT, we can better appreciate the rigorous standards that govern the medical device industry and the critical role of systematic quality management in a globalized market. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to our discussion. Let's begin by defining QSIT. It stands for the Quality System Inspection Technique, and it is a cornerstone of the FDA's approach to evaluating medical device manufacturers. It is not just a procedural checklist, it is a comprehensive methodology designed to assess whether a manufacturer's quality system is effectively implemented and maintained. In the United States, the FDA uses QSIT as a standardized framework to conduct inspections under the authority of 21 CFR Part 820, which governs the quality system regulation. The technique is a departure from traditional, broad inspections, as it focuses on a risk-based approach. Instead of inspecting every aspect of a manufacturer's operations, QSIT allows investigators to target specific areas of concern based on the device's risk classification, the manufacturer's compliance history, and any known safety issues. And the role of artificial intelligence becomes very important in this methodology. This top-down methodology ensures that the inspection is both efficient and effective. For example, during an inspection of a manufacturer producing orthopedic implants, the FDA investigator might begin by evaluating the overarching management controls before zeroing in on specific production processes. This approach ensures that the most critical systems are thoroughly vetted, which in turn provides a higher degree of assurance regarding product safety and efficacy. Understanding this foundational principle is key to grasping the value of QSIT for both regulators and manufacturers. QSIT is structured around four major subsystems, which collectively form the core of a manufacturer's quality system. The first is management controls. This subsystem is critical for establishing the tone for quality within an organization. It focuses on the role of senior leadership in quality oversight, including reviewing management review minutes, internal audit reports, and quality objectives. The FDA wants to see that quality is not just a department function, but a company-wide priority driven from the top. The second subsystem is design controls. This is where the FDA assesses how a manufacturer ensures that a device is designed to be safe and effective. This involves reviewing design validation, risk management, and design transfer to manufacturing. A strong design control system ensures that a device is robust from its very inception, minimizing the risk of design-related failures. The third is corrective and preventive actions, CAPA. This is arguably one of the most important subsystems, as it demonstrates a company's ability to proactively identify and fix problems. An effective CAPA system involves a systematic approach to investigating nonconformances, identifying root causes, and implementing solutions to prevent recurrence. Finally, production and process controls focus on the manufacturing process itself. This includes assessing the controls for equipment, environmental conditions, and validation of production processes to ensure consistency and quality. Each of these four pillars is interconnected and crucial for maintaining a robust quality system that ensures product reliability and patient safety. To fully appreciate QSIT, it's helpful to compare it with traditional inspection methods. In the past, FDA inspections often followed a more comprehensive, checklist-style approach, where investigators would attempt to review every aspect of a manufacturer's operations. This was time-consuming for both the FDA and the company, and it didn't always focus on the most critical areas of risk. QSIT, by contrast, is a targeted, risk-based methodology. It allows investigators to tailor their focus based on the complexity of the device, the manufacturer's compliance history, and any known safety concerns. This means that a manufacturer with a history of corrective and preventive action, kappa deficiencies, for example, might undergo a more in-depth review of that specific subsystem. This approach is not only more efficient but also more effective, as it allows investigators to concentrate their resources on the areas that pose the greatest risk to patient safety. The result is a more consistent and effective inspection process that provides a clear roadmap for both investigators and manufacturers, reducing ambiguity and enhancing transparency. It encourages companies to build quality systems that are not just compliant, but robust and well managed from a holistic perspective. The integration of artificial intelligence, AI, with QSIT principles represents a significant leap forward in compliance auditing. AI-powered systems can now be used to pre-screen vast volumes of quality records, flagging potential issues for human review. For instance, an AI tool with natural language processing (NLP) capabilities can analyze thousands of audit reports, complaint files, and kappa records, identifying trends and patterns that might be difficult for a human investigator to spot. This can help manufacturers identify systemic problems before a regulatory inspection even occurs. Furthermore, machine learning algorithms can be trained on historical inspection data to predict which areas of a quality system are most likely to have deficiencies, allowing companies to focus their internal audit efforts on high-risk areas. This predictive risk identification is a powerful tool for proactive compliance. During an actual regulatory inspection, AI can also assist investigators by automating the analysis of large datasets, such as batch records or validation protocols. This speeds up the review process and allows investigators to focus on higher-level assessments and interviews. In essence, AI enhances the efficiency of both internal and regulatory audits, making the QSIT framework even more effective at ensuring product quality and patient safety. This technology allows us to move from reactive problem-solving to proactive, data-driven compliance. The management controls subsystem is the starting point for any QSIT inspection. The FDA takes the top-down approach, first examining whether a manufacturer's senior leadership has a clear and documented commitment to quality. This isn't just about a mission statement. Investigators look for objective evidence of this commitment. This includes reviewing management review minutes, where senior leaders meet to discuss the performance of the quality system. They'll look for evidence of active participation, clear objectives, and follow-up on identified issues. They will also review internal audit reports to see how effectively the company is policing its own quality system and whether corrective actions are being implemented. A key element is verifying that a formal quality management system, QMS, is in place and that the quality policy is communicated and understood throughout the organization. This subsystem is crucial because a company's quality culture is a direct reflection of its management's values and priorities. If management is not invested in quality, it's highly unlikely that the quality system will be effective. The inspection of this subsystem provides a critical snapshot of the company's commitment to compliance and patient safety. The design controls subsystem is where the FDA evaluates how a medical device is conceptualized, developed, and prepared for production. The focus here is on ensuring that the design process is not just a creative exercise, but a controlled and documented one. Investigators will look for evidence that a device's design has been properly validated and verified against user needs and design specifications. They'll also scrutinize the risk management activities that occur during the design phase. This includes reviewing risk analysis documents to ensure that potential hazards were identified and mitigated. The design transfer process is also a critical component of this subsystem. The FDA wants to see that a manufacturer has a robust process for taking the final design and translating it accurately and consistently into a production process. This is a common area of deficiency, as a flaw in the design transfer can lead to significant quality issues in a mass-produced product. By thoroughly inspecting the subsystem, the FDA aims to prevent design-related product failures from reaching the market, thereby safeguarding patient safety. It's a proactive step that ensures quality is built into the product from the very beginning. The corrective and preventive actions, kappa, Subsystem is a critical component of QSIT and a key indicator of a company's maturity. A CAPA system is a systematic process for investigating and resolving issues and preventing their recurrence. When an investigator inspects this subsystem, they're looking for objective evidence that a company is not just putting out fires, but is systematically addressing the root causes of problems. This means a thorough root cause analysis must be performed, and the investigation must be documented to show a clear link between the problem, its root cause, and the implemented solution. For example, if a manufacturer receives a high number of complaints about a specific device, the FDA will expect to see a well-documented CAPA investigation that identifies the root cause of the complaints, perhaps a design flaw or a manufacturing issue, and outlines the steps taken to fix the problem and prevent it from happening again. This subsystem is not just about correcting past errors, it's also about preventing future ones. A strong CAPA system is a powerful tool for continuous improvement, as it encourages a culture of learning and proactive problem solving. This is why it is often a key focus of regulatory inspections and a primary indicator of a company's overall quality system effectiveness. The production and process controls subsystem focuses on the actual manufacturing process. Once a design has been approved, this subsystem ensures that it can be consistently and reliably produced in a manufacturing environment. Investigators will assess a wide range of factors, including the control of equipment, environmental conditions, and personnel training. A key element is the validation of production processes. For example, if a manufacturer uses a sterilization process, the FDA will want to see validation records that prove the process consistently sterilizes the device without damaging it. This is crucial for ensuring that every unit of a medical device is safe and effective. The FDA also looks for clear and documented procedures for all production processes and for the proper handling of any deviations or nonconformances. This might involve reviewing batch records, which provide a complete history of the manufacturing process for a specific lot of devices. This subsystem is all about ensuring that the manufacturing process is predictable, repeatable, and well controlled. It is the final check before a product is released to market and is therefore critical for ensuring product quality and patient safety. Let's put the QSIT framework into a real-world context. Imagine a manufacturer of Class 3 medical devices, such as a coronary stent. Given the high risk associated with this device, an FDA inspection would likely be more comprehensive and detailed than one for a lower-risk device. Like a tongue depressor, the FDA would use QSIT to guide this inspection, likely starting with management controls to understand the company's commitment to quality. They might then dive deep into design controls, reviewing the extensive risk management documentation for the stent. Now, let's add a wrinkle. What if this company has a recent history of deficiencies related to their corrective and preventive actions? CAPA, the FDA investigator, leveraging the risk-based nature of QSIT, would then focus a significant portion of their inspection on that specific subsystem. They would review recent CAPA records, looking for objective evidence that the company is effectively investigating problems and implementing solutions to prevent recurrence. This targeted approach is a key strength of QSIT. Furthermore, during this process, the FDA could use AI-powered tools to analyze thousands of digital records, such as complaint files and CAPA reports, in a fraction of the time a human would require. These tools can highlight trends or patterns of non-conformances, providing the investigator with a more complete and accurate picture of the company's quality system effectiveness. This integration of AI makes the QSIT process even more efficient and data-driven, ensuring that regulatory oversight remains effective in an increasingly complex and high-volume environment. For manufacturers, understanding QSIT is essential for audit preparedness. A common mistake is to view an FDA inspection as a surprise event. Instead, manufacturers should adopt a proactive approach, using QSIT as a blueprint for their own internal quality management. This means conducting internal audits that mirror the QSIT framework, systematically reviewing each of the 4 subsystems. This practice allows a company to identify and correct deficiencies before a regulatory inspection even occurs. A key component of this preparedness is ensuring that all documentation is readily available, organized, and complete. QSIT emphasizes the importance of objective evidence, so having well-maintained records for design reviews, CAPA investigations, and process validations is non-negotiable. It's also vital to train personnel on QSIT expectations. Employees at all levels should understand the importance of the quality system and their role in maintaining it. This includes knowing where to find relevant documents and how to explain their processes to an investigator. By aligning their internal practices with a QSIT methodology, manufacturers can not only achieve compliance but also build a more robust and resilient quality management system. It's a strategic approach that turns a regulatory requirement into a tool for continuous improvement. While QSIT is a U.S.-specific framework used by the FDA, its principles are globally relevant. Other regulatory bodies around the world, such as Health Canada, conduct inspections based on similar risk-based approaches and quality system standards. For instance, Canadian inspectors primarily assess compliance with ISO 13485, 2016, which is a globally recognized standard for medical device quality management systems. Although not identical to QSIT, ISO 13485 aligns closely with its core principles, emphasizing areas like management responsibility, design controls, and corrective actions. This convergence of quality standards means that a company that implements a robust quality system based on QSIT principles is often well positioned to meet the requirements of other international markets. Furthermore, the use of AI in regulatory frameworks is a growing trend globally. For example, some European agencies are exploring the use of AI to analyze post-market surveillance data to identify potential safety issues more quickly. The ongoing harmonization of quality standards and the integration of advanced technologies like AI are shaping the future of regulatory oversight, moving toward a more efficient, data-driven, and globally consistent approach to ensuring medical device safety and efficacy. At its core, QSIT is a risk-based approach to inspection. This is a fundamental principle that distinguishes it from older methods. The level of scrutiny applied during a QSIT inspection is directly proportional to the risk associated with a medical device and the manufacturer's compliance history. A Class 3 medical device, such as a pacemaker, which poses a significant risk to patient health if it fails, will undergo a much more thorough inspection than a Class I device, like a surgical instrument, which carries a lower risk. The FDA also uses a manufacturer's compliance history as a key risk factor. A company with a history of recurrent deficiencies or serious quality issues will likely face a more targeted and in-depth inspection, with a focus on the specific areas where problems have occurred. This risk-based model ensures that the FDA's resources are allocated effectively, focusing on the areas that pose the greatest potential risk to patient safety. It's also important to note that risk management is not a standalone activity under QSIT, it's an integrated part of all four subsystems, from design controls to production. This holistic approach ensures that risk is considered and mitigated at every stage of a device's life cycle. In the world of regulatory compliance, documentation is everything. Under QSIT, documentation serves as the objective evidence that a company's quality system is effectively implemented and maintained. An FDA investigator will not just ask about a process, they will demand to see the records that prove it was followed. Key documents include the Design History File, DHF, which contains all the records related to a device's design, and the Device Master Record, DMR, which details the procedures and specifications for a device. The move toward digital systems has made the management of these records more efficient, but it has also introduced new challenges related to data integrity. The FDA has a strict stance on data integrity, requiring companies to ensure that electronic records are accurate, complete, and protected from unauthorized alteration. This is where advanced IT systems come into play. AI-powered systems can be used to audit electronic records for inconsistencies or anomalies, ensuring that data is both accurate and trustworthy. They can also make the process of retrieving and analyzing large volumes of data for an inspection much faster. The ability to present a complete and coherent body of evidence is a fundamental part of QSIT compliance, and modern technology is making this process more manageable and reliable. QSIT is not just about passing an inspection, it is a framework for continuous improvement. The emphasis on subsystems like corrective and preventive actions, CAPA, and management controls encourages manufacturers to constantly look for ways to enhance their processes and product quality. A company that takes a robust, systematic approach to CAPA will not only correct a specific problem but will also prevent similar issues from occurring in the future. This proactive stance is what distinguishes a truly effective quality system. Furthermore, the requirement for regular internal audits and management reviews provides a formal mechanism for assessing the health of the quality system and making necessary changes. Compliance is not a one-time event, it is an ongoing process that requires constant vigilance and adaptation. By embracing the principles of QSIT, manufacturers can move beyond mere compliance to a state of operational excellence. A well-implemented QSIT approach builds a more resilient and adaptive quality management system that can withstand the inevitable challenges of a complex industry, ultimately benefiting both the business and, most importantly, the end user. While QSIT is a US FDA-specific framework, its principles have a global parallel. In Canada, for example, Health Canada does not use the QSIT methodology per se. Instead, its inspections for medical device manufacturers are based on the globally recognized standard ISO 13485, 2016. This international standard for medical device quality management systems aligns closely with the core principles of QSIT. Both frameworks emphasize the importance of management responsibility, design controls, and corrective and preventive actions, CAPA. The underlying philosophy is the same: to ensure that a manufacturer has a robust quality system in place to produce safe and effective medical devices. Therefore, a company that has a well-established QSIT-compliant quality system in the U.S. is often well-positioned to meet the requirements of Health Canada. This illustrates the broader trend of harmonization of quality standards across different countries. While the specific regulations may vary, the fundamental principles of quality management, risk-based assessment, and continuous improvement are shared globally, making it easier for manufacturers to operate in multiple markets. This also highlights the universal importance of a systematic approach to quality. Let's take a deeper look at how AI is transforming the QSIT process. Beyond simply analyzing text, AI can be used for automated document review and classification. For example, a manufacturer can use an AI tool to automatically categorize and file thousands of complaint records, making it easier for an investigator to find what they need. AI can also perform anomaly detection in manufacturing data. By analyzing real-time data from production lines, an AI algorithm can flag deviations from the norm, such as a sudden spike in temperature or pressure, which could indicate a process control issue. This allows for proactive intervention before the problem leads to product recall. On a more strategic level, AI can be used for predictive modeling to identify high-risk suppliers or production batches, allowing a company to focus its quality control efforts where they are most needed. In a post-pandemic world, AI is also being explored for its potential to assist in remote inspections, with AI tools analyzing live video feeds and data streams from manufacturing sites. This could make the inspection process more efficient and less intrusive. Finally, as mentioned before, AI is a powerful tool for data integrity checks, automatically verifying that electronic records meet the strict standards required by the FDA. The integration of these AI capabilities is making the QSIT framework more dynamic, efficient, and predictive than ever before. It's easy to get lost in the technical details of QSIT and its four subsystems, but it's crucial to remember the ultimate goal: patient safety. Every component of the QSIT framework, from the rigorous design controls to the systematic CAPA process, is designed to ensure that the medical devices used by millions of people are safe and effective. A robust quality management system, QMS, built on QSIT principles, is the single most effective way to reduce the risk of product recalls and adverse events. It links the often complex world of regulatory requirements to real-world clinical outcomes. For example, a well-documented design control process ensures that a device's specifications meet the needs of a surgeon, which directly impacts the success of a procedure. A strong CAPA system ensures that when a problem does occur, it is investigated and resolved to prevent future harm. For manufacturers, viewing QSIT as a burden is a mistake. Instead, it should be seen as a critical safeguard and a pathway to building a reputation for quality and reliability. By embracing these principles, companies can not only meet their regulatory obligations but also contribute to better healthcare outcomes for patients worldwide. The quality management system, QMS, of the future will be AI-enabled. In this new paradigm, AI serves as the brain of the QMS, automating routine tasks and providing real-time intelligence. For example, an AI system can automate the process of sifting through thousands of complaint records, a task that can be time-consuming for quality personnel. This frees up human experts to focus on more complex tasks, like root cause analysis and strategic decision-making. AI can also be used to create predictive models for quality metrics, forecasting potential quality issues before they arise. By analyzing data from manufacturing, supply chain, and post-market surveillance, AI can provide a holistic view of a product's life cycle and identify potential risks. This real-time intelligence can be presented on dashboards, allowing quality managers to continuously monitor the health of their QMS. This represents a fundamental shift from a reactive to proactive model of quality management. Instead of waiting for a problem to occur, a company can use AI to anticipate and prevent it. This proactive approach not only improves product quality but also streamlines compliance with QSIT principles, as a well-managed QMS is inherently more compliant. The concept of the digital thread is highly relevant to QSIT. The digital thread refers to a single, unbroken digital record that connects all stages of a medical device's life cycle, from initial design to post-market surveillance. It is a seamless flow of data that ensures traceability and provides a complete history of the device. This is a significant improvement over traditional, siloed data systems where information is often fragmented and difficult to access. During a QSIT inspection, the digital thread provides an investigator with a holistic view of a company's quality system. Instead of having to piece together information from separate design files, manufacturing records, and complaint databases, an investigator can follow a single thread of data. For example, they can trace a specific complaint back to its manufacturing batch, then to the raw materials used, and finally to the original design specifications. This level of traceability and data integrity is crucial for meeting the stringent requirements of QSIT and for demonstrating compliance with the quality system regulation. The digital thread, enabled by modern IT systems, is a key component of a mature and highly effective quality management system. For a medical device manufacturer, the QSIT inspection process can be daunting, but proper preparation can make it a manageable and even beneficial experience. The process typically begins with an opening meeting, where the investigator outlines the scope of the inspection and the QSIT subsystems they will be focusing on. This is followed by a period of interviews with key personnel, from senior management to production line workers. The investigator will also conduct a thorough records review, looking for objective evidence that processes are being followed and that the quality system is effective. The most important thing a company can do is to be prepared and transparent. This means having all documentation readily available and providing clear, concise, and honest answers to the investigator's questions. If the investigator finds any deficiencies, they will be documented on a Form 483, which is a list of inspectional observations. The company then has an opportunity to respond with a corrective action plan. A strong post-inspection response and effective follow-up are critical for a successful outcome. By understanding and preparing for each stage of the inspection process, manufacturers can turn a potentially adversarial situation into a collaborative one. Let's explore a practical example of how the corrective and preventive action, CAPA, subsystem can be enhanced by AI. A large medical device company that produces surgical tools begins to receive a higher than normal volume of customer complaints about a specific product. The quality team manually reviews the complaint records, a process that is time-consuming and often fails to identify the underlying cause. The team suspects a manufacturing issue but can't pinpoint it. Now, let's introduce an AI-powered system. The company uses an AI tool to ingest and analyze all customer complaint data, production batch records, and raw material information. The AI system quickly processes thousands of data points, far more than a human could, and identifies a subtle correlation between the spike in complaints and a specific batch of raw material from a particular supplier. It also finds a minor deviation in the manufacturing process that occurred when that batch was used. The outcome is transformative. The AI system provides a clear, data-backed root cause analysis in a fraction of the time, allowing the company to issue a targeted recall of only the affected products. This prevents a costly and broad recall and, more importantly, ensures that the problem is fixed at its source, preventing future occurrences. This example demonstrates how AI can make the CAPA process more efficient and effective, leading to a stronger quality system and enhanced patient safety. Consider a second scenario that highlights the synergy between AI and a QSIT inspection. An FDA investigator arrives at a medical device manufacturer for a routine inspection. The company has a well-documented quality management system, QMS, but the sheer volume of records, thousands of design files, validation protocols, and complaint records, is overwhelming. The investigator has limited time to conduct the audit. However, this company has invested in an advanced, AI-enabled QMS that is fully compliant with QSIT. Instead of providing the investigator with a mountain of paper records, the company grants them secure, digital access to the system. The investigator uses a proprietary AI tool to search and analyze the data. They can ask the system to find all CAPA records related to a specific product line, or to cross-reference customer complaints with production batch data to look for trends. The AI tool can also analyze the text within documents using natural language processing, NLP, to quickly find key terms and phrases. The outcome is a more efficient and effective audit. The investigator can perform a more targeted review, focusing on the high-risk areas identified by the AI. This leads to a faster and more productive inspection for both parties, as it allows the investigator to focus on the substance of the quality system rather than the logistics of sifting through thousands of documents. This demonstrates how technology can facilitate a more transparent and collaborative relationship between manufacturers and regulators. The scope of QSIT extends beyond the manufacturing process to include post-market surveillance, and AI is revolutionizing this area. Once a medical device is on the market, companies are required to monitor its performance and collect feedback. This can involve a massive volume of data from various sources, including customer complaints, adverse event reports, and even social media. Manually sifting through this data to find a trend is like finding a needle in a haystack. This is where AI comes in. An AI-powered system can be used to analyze this vast data set in real time, identifying subtle patterns and signals that could indicate an emerging safety issue. For example, an AI algorithm could detect a sudden increase in reports of a specific side effect, even if the reports are worded differently. It can also analyze unstructured data, such as patient feedback on social media, to identify potential problems that may not be reported through formal channels. This enables companies to identify potential risks and report them to regulatory bodies faster, supporting post-market compliance and enforcement. By leveraging AI in post-market surveillance, manufacturers can move from a reactive to a predictive model, ensuring that patient safety is protected long after a device has been sold. Medical device reporting, MDR, is a critical component of post-market surveillance and a key area for QSIT review. Under the FDA's MDR regulations, manufacturers are required to report certain adverse events and product problems to the FDA. The process can be complex and time-consuming, involving a significant amount of data collection and submission. AI can streamline this process by automating the collection of data from various sources and ensuring that it is submitted in the correct format. An AI system can also analyze incoming adverse event data in real time, flagging potential trends or anomalies that may require immediate attention. This not only ensures timely and accurate reporting, which is a key component of MDR compliance, but also helps to reduce human error in data entry and analysis. For an FDA investigator conducting a QSIT audit of this subsystem, an AI-enabled MDR system provides objective evidence of a company's commitment to compliance and patient safety. It demonstrates that the company has a robust system in place for monitoring its products on the market and for reporting problems in a timely and accurate manner. AI is not just for the technical side of the quality system, it is also a powerful tool for enhancing the management controls subsystem. Senior management can use AI-powered dashboards to get a real-time, holistic view of the company's quality performance. These dashboards can track key quality metrics, such as complaint rates, CAPA cycle times, and on-time delivery. An AI system can also analyze internal audit findings, identifying recurring patterns or systemic issues that may require management's attention. This moves the management review process from a static, once-a-year event to a dynamic, data-driven activity. Furthermore, AI can provide predictive insights to help management set more realistic and effective quality objectives. By analyzing historical data, an AI model can forecast the impact of a specific change, such as a process improvement, on the company's quality metrics. This helps to ensure that management's commitment to quality is not just a verbal one, but is backed by a robust, data-driven strategy. For an FDA investigator, seeing a company use AI in its management controls provides strong evidence of a mature and proactive quality culture. The design controls subsystem is a critical area where AI can provide significant value. The design process for a medical device is complex and involves managing thousands of variables and potential risks. AI-assisted risk analysis can help a design team identify potential hazards that may be difficult for a human to foresee. By analyzing vast databases of historical design data, adverse event reports, and scientific literature, an AI algorithm can flag potential risks and recommend mitigation strategies. AI can also be used to validate design specifications. For example, an AI-powered system can simulate the performance of a medical device under a wide range of conditions, far more than a human could ever test, to ensure that the design meets all the necessary specifications. This is particularly useful for complex devices like a robotic surgical system. AI can also automate the review of design documentation, ensuring that all necessary records are in place and that there are no inconsistencies. By integrating AI into the design process, manufacturers can ensure that quality is built into the design from the start, which is a key principle of QSIT. In the production and process controls subsystem, AI can enhance efficiency and quality on the manufacturing floor. One key application is predictive maintenance of equipment. By analyzing data from sensors on manufacturing equipment, an AI algorithm can predict when a piece of machinery is likely to fail, allowing for proactive maintenance before the failure leads to costly production shutdown or a quality issue. Automated vision systems, powered by AI, are also being used for quality inspection. These systems can inspect every single unit on a production line, identifying subtle defects that may be missed by a human inspector. This improves product quality and reduces the risk of non-conforming products reaching the market. AI can also be used to optimize production parameters for consistency. For example, by analyzing real-time data from a production line, an AI system can make micro-adjustments to process to ensure that every unit meets the required specifications. Finally, AI-powered sensors can provide real-time monitoring of environmental conditions, such as temperature and humidity, which are critical for certain manufacturing processes. By integrating AI into production and process controls, manufacturers can ensure a higher level of consistency, quality, and compliance. The integration of QSIT and AI is not just about manufacturing and compliance, it is also about shifting the focus to the patient. AI can be used to analyze patient data, such as electronic health records and genetic information, to perform personalized risk assessments for specific medical devices. This allows a company to better understand how its products perform in a diverse patient population. Furthermore, AI can create an automated feedback loop from the patient to the manufacturer. For example, a wearable medical device can transmit data to a company's quality system, and an AI algorithm can analyze this data to identify potential performance issues or adverse events. This enhances post-market surveillance with real-world patient-reported outcomes, providing a richer and more accurate picture of a device's performance. Ultimately, the use of AI ensures that the supply chain is patient-focused. This moves the industry from a model of just meeting regulatory requirements to one that is actively engaged in improving patient care and outcomes. The synergy between QSIT, which provides the regulatory framework, and AI, which provides the tools, is paving the way for a new era of patient-centric care. It's important to remember that AI is not just a tool for manufacturers. It is also being adopted by regulatory bodies to conduct more effective audits. The FDA and other global agencies are exploring the use of AI to analyze vast volumes of data submitted by manufacturers, such as 510(k), pre-market notifications and PMA applications. An AI system can quickly scan these submissions for inconsistencies or potential red flags, allowing a human reviewer to focus their attention on the most critical areas. Furthermore, an AI-powered system can be used to analyze a company's compliance history, as well as data from recalls and adverse events, to identify potential areas of concern for a QSIT inspection. This allows for a more data-driven and risk-based regulatory approach. This shift also facilitates a more collaborative relationship between industry and regulators. By providing regulators with access to transparent and well-documented QMS, manufacturers can demonstrate their commitment to quality, which can streamline the audit process and build trust. The use of AI in a regulatory context is a growing trend that will ultimately lead to a more efficient and effective oversight system, benefiting both the industry and the public. The Corrective and Preventive Actions (CAPA) subsystem is a cornerstone of QSIT and a key driver of continuous improvement. AI can make this subsystem even more powerful. An AI system can analyze a company's CAPA data to identify systemic issues that may not be apparent from a manual review. For example, an AI tool could find a hidden correlation between a specific supplier, a particular manufacturing process, and a rise in product complaints. Furthermore, AI can be used to automate a portion of the root cause analysis process, providing the quality team with a data-backed starting point for their investigation. AI can also predict the effectiveness of proposed corrective actions by simulating their impact on the quality system. This helps companies choose the most effective solutions and avoids the time and cost of implementing ineffective changes. By using AI to support the CAPA process, manufacturers can turn a reactive process into a proactive one. Instead of just reacting to problems, they can use data to anticipate and prevent them. This is the essence of a truly mature quality system and a key component of a data-driven, continuous improvement strategy. The future of QSIT and medical device compliance will be defined by the integration of AI. We are moving toward a paradigm where a fully integrated, AI-powered quality management system, QMS, will be the norm. This QMS will provide real-time regulatory compliance and reporting, with AI systems automatically generating the required documentation and flagging potential issues for human review. AI will enable predictive audits, where companies and regulators can use data to anticipate problems and take proactive measures before they lead to product recall or a regulatory warning. Automated traceability and data integrity will be ensured by AI and other technologies like blockchain, providing a single source of truth for all quality-related data. The concept of an inspection may even change, with AI-enabled systems providing a continuous, real-time audit trail for regulators. This new paradigm will not only make compliance more efficient but also elevate the level of quality oversight, ultimately leading to safer medical devices and better patient outcomes. It's important to understand that a robust QSIT compliance system cannot exist without a strong information technology (IT) infrastructure. IT systems provide the foundation for a modern quality management system, QMS. Electronic document management systems, EDMS, are essential for managing and controlling the vast volume of documents required for compliance. such as design history files and device master records, manufacturing execution systems, MES automate and monitor production processes, ensuring consistency and providing the data needed for process validation. A comprehensive enterprise resource planning (ERP) system can integrate all these different data sources, from design to production to post-market surveillance, providing a holistic view of the company's quality system. Ultimately, IT is the key enabler of data integrity and traceability, which are fundamental principles of QSIT. Without a reliable IT infrastructure, it would be impossible to manage the data and documentation required to meet the stringent regulatory requirements of the medical device industry. While the potential of AI in QSIT is immense, it's important to acknowledge the challenges and limitations. The effectiveness of any AI system is highly dependent on the quality and quantity of the data it is trained on. If the data is incomplete or biased, the AI's predictions will be flawed. There is also a critical need for human oversight and interpretation. AI should be seen as a tool to augment human decision-making, not replace it. The cost and complexity of implementing an AI-enabled QMS can also be a significant barrier for many companies, especially smaller manufacturers. Furthermore, a key challenge is regulatory acceptance. Regulators and auditors must be confident that the AI system is reliable and that its outputs are trustworthy. There are also important ethical considerations related to the use of AI, particularly concerning data privacy and potential bias in algorithms. For example, an AI system could inadvertently favor a certain demographic if the training data is not diverse. Addressing these challenges will be crucial for the widespread adoption of AI in the medical device industry. In the discussion of AI and automation, it's vital to remember the indispensable role of human expertise. AI is a powerful tool, but it is not a replacement for human judgment. Human experts are needed to interpret the outputs of an AI system, to make complex decisions, and to address issues that AI cannot. For example, while an AI system can identify a potential issue in a manufacturing process, it is a human expert who must investigate the root cause, determine the best course of action, and communicate with a team. Furthermore, building and maintaining a strong culture of quality is a human endeavor. This involves leadership, communication, and a shared commitment to patient safety throughout the organization. In the context of regulatory compliance, human interaction is also crucial. An FDA investigator will not just review data, they will interview personnel to assess their understanding of the quality system and their commitment to following procedures. The human element in regulatory compliance, from the quality manager to the production line worker, remains a critical component of ensuring product safety and efficacy. QSIT is not a one-time event. Its principles apply throughout a medical device's entire life cycle, from the moment a device is just an idea on paper to the years it spends on the market. QSIT provides a framework for quality oversight. The design controls subsystem governs the early stages, ensuring that the device's design is safe and effective. The production and process controls subsystem focuses on the manufacturing and packaging of the device, and the CAPA and post-market surveillance subsystems cover the period after the product has been sold, ensuring that any issues are identified and resolved. This holistic approach to quality and compliance ensures that a device remains safe and effective throughout its entire lifespan. For a company, this means that every department, from R&D to marketing, must understand and adhere to the principles of QSIT. This integrated approach not only makes compliance more manageable but also builds a more resilient and trustworthy organization. The risk-based foundation of QSIT is its most powerful feature. It allows manufacturers to make intelligent, data-driven decisions about where to focus their quality efforts. Instead of treating all processes equally, companies can prioritize their resources to address the areas that pose the greatest risk to patient safety. For example, a company might invest more in quality control for a Class 3 implantable device than for a Class I surgical tool. This is a more efficient and effective approach to compliance. It moves the company from a reactive state, where they are just responding to problems as they arise, to a proactive one, where they are actively managing risk. This approach is not just a regulatory requirement, it is a business imperative. By focusing on risk, companies can reduce the likelihood of costly recalls and adverse events, and they can build a stronger reputation for quality and reliability in the market. No matter how advanced the technology, the human element remains a critical factor in QSIT compliance. This is why education and training are so important. All personnel, from senior management to the production line, must be trained on the requirements of QSIT and the broader quality system regulation, QSR. They must understand their specific role in the quality management system, QMS, and the importance of following procedures and maintaining accurate records. This education helps to promote a culture of quality that permeates the entire organization. It is not enough to just have a system in place. Employees must be empowered to use it effectively. Furthermore, as regulations and technologies evolve, continuous learning is essential for staying current. This is a shared responsibility of both the company and the employee. By investing in education and training, manufacturers can ensure that their most important asset, their people, are equipped to meet the challenges of regulatory compliance and to contribute to a culture of excellence. The rise of e-commerce has introduced new challenges for medical device manufacturers and regulators. The sale of medical devices online requires a robust system to ensure that products are handled correctly and that their integrity is maintained from the manufacturer to the patient. This is particularly challenging for devices that require specific handling or temperature controls. A well-implemented QSIT approach, supported by a strong IT infrastructure, is essential for ensuring a compliant supply chain for online sales. This includes ensuring traceability and security in a digital environment, which is especially important for high-risk devices. Another major challenge is the proliferation of counterfeit products online. A QSIT compliance system, with strong traceability and data integrity, is a powerful tool for combating this threat. By embracing the principles of QSIT and using modern technology, manufacturers can ensure that their products are safe and effective, no matter how they are distributed. We have covered a lot of ground today, and I want to leave you with a few key takeaways. First, remember that QSIT is a risk-based framework. Its purpose is to efficiently and effectively assess a manufacturer's quality system by focusing on the areas that pose the greatest risk. Second, the framework is built on 4 key subsystems: management controls, design controls, corrective and preventive actions, CAPA, and production and process controls. A robust quality system must have a strong foundation in all 4. Third, QSIT should be seen as a guide for building a proactive, resilient, and continuously improving quality management system, QMS. It is not a burden but an opportunity. Fourth, AI and IT are key enablers for modern QSIT compliance, making the process more efficient, data-driven, and predictive. Finally, and most importantly, remember that the ultimate goal of QSIT is patient safety. Every component of the framework is designed to ensure that medical devices are safe and effective. By understanding and implementing QSIT, manufacturers and regulators alike contribute to a safer, more reliable healthcare system for all. In conclusion, we have explored the foundational principles of the quality system inspection technique, QSIT, and its profound impact on the medical device industry. We have seen how QSIT provides a structured, risk-based approach to regulatory compliance and how its core tenets of management, design, and process control are crucial for ensuring product safety. Most importantly, we have delved into the transformative role of AI and other IT systems in this landscape. These technologies are not just automating tasks, they are enabling a new paradigm of proactive, intelligent, and data-driven quality management. The future of medical device compliance is one where QSIT and AI work in tandem to create a more resilient, transparent, and patient-focused ecosystem. Thank you for your time and attention. Here is the list of references. Thank you for your attendance.